Greetings and salutations, Focus Up family. Welcome to the July 4, 2026 installment of the Focus Up Show. We thank you for tuning in live with this Saturday at 9 a.m. on YouTube or various other platforms, or catching up with us on replay. And we ask that you click that like, that subscribe, that bell, and share to support and maintain your weekly Focus Up fix. I am Mr. Nice Guy, nice as the word Saint spelled backwards. And today, my co-hosts are Brother Walk, host of Sex Talk with Walk, Thursday at 9 p.m. and co-star of Street Focus on Sundays at 6 p.m. We got infamous Pooh, star of Spin That Back, and there will be a Spin That Back today at 10:30 a.m. Right. What is it going to be, infamous Pooh?
Yes, sir. We're going to be talking about classic equipment that was used in hip-hop and just in general, just music in general. So
that's what's up. And we got Mr. Floyd X, the boss man, co-star of Street Focus on Sundays at 6 p.m. And I do believe we're going to have Brother Afro Agnostics in at some point. No Student X, no Minister of Information. This would have been a good day, speaking on, word to the minister's wife. But, no First Lady J, no AB. But you know what? Salute that. We'll hold it down. What's going on with you, Brother Watt? First of all, let me start off. Mr. Floyd X, happy birthday, belated birthday. Your birthday was yesterday. What's going on with you, sir? Did you party like a rock star?
Man, I did too much.
I seen you too. I seen you. the Mad Loke, our brother, the Mad Loke had you on video. That was some
really? So I didn't know he posted that shit. Yeah, man. We had a good time, man. I appreciate all my family and friends that came out. We celebrated, did the thing. I had a good time yesterday. Man.
Salute. Happy birthday, big brother.
Yes, sir.
So, Brother Walk, what's going on with you, sir?
I'm on the grill. I was up since 6 this morning, throwing down, getting that fire going, that nice smoke. I'm trying to tell y'all, you don't cook with the fire, you cook with the smoke.
Word. Horn. Give him a horn. Exactly. That's what it is. Indirect heat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Infamous Pooh. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna try to work my way to the deep freezer and get something for tomorrow. What's going on with you, infamous Pooh?
Well, happy 4th of July, everybody. Happy 50th birthday to the United States, and happy 80th birthday to Donald Trump.
Damn. Happy birthday, Donald Trump.
For the Rumble crowd. For the Rumble
crowd. I guess so.
Is it?
Damn.
Older than that, ain't he?
Y'all see everybody came out to celebrate the 250th
birthday,
everything. I think we're going to talk about that later, right?
Oh, yeah, he's definitely older than 80, I bet. But I don't know. That having been said, let's get to the get. First thing up, rest in peace to, boy, I don't want to destroy this, sister, Mother Khadijah Farrakhan. So, you know what, maybe I should defer to you on this, Mr. Floyd X. They've been married quite a long time. This is a sister. There ain't been no personal scandals with the minister. That's someone who's been 10 toes down the whole time, you know what I'm saying? Just a motto of a good family, of a strong, husband-wife relationship. And, I understand she's been very pivotal and impactful on the nation and everything. And not to mention just lifting that brother up. So, condolences to the minister and, salute to the
story. If you know the story, Mother Khadijah was the one that brought Minister Farrakhan to Elijah Muhammad. She went and heard the Honorable Elijah Muhammad first, and then she said, you should come listen to this brother. And she brought him down, and he said when he went there, he was stunned and amazed off the top, and that was his walk with the Nation of Islam, been a dutiful servant, and she has been a servant to Allah and the Nation of Islam for over 70 plus years. I know she's 90, but rest in peace to that sister, a wonderful sister, like you say. Never been no scandals, no bad negative things said about her. Every person, every brother or sister that I met that in the nation that knew her, consider her a wonderful lady, kind lady, respectful, and always gave words of wisdom. Salute to Mother Khadijah Farrakhan, and may Allah be with Honorable Louis Farrakhan.
Brother Walk.
Yes, a strong sister who played her position behind a powerful man. She played. That's why she ain't trying to step into the limelight like what's that basketball player? Steph Curry wife. Yeah, punch in the back of the head for no reason. But yeah, but she played her position, and that's what a strong black woman is supposed to do. Your man is leading a whole nation, got a whole people behind him. She played her position and rubbed his back like, baby, do your thing, you rock it. Salute to that sister. Salute to that sister. And guess what? We giving her props because they didn't give her no props on the BET Awards. Or how my boy El Pooh say, the EBT Awards.
Damn.
But they shouted out Clive Davis. Come on now.
Now,
Go ahead.
I don't know if she passed before or after the BET Awards, so she might have passed after.
And I'll also say this: from Ismail Muhammad, student leader of the Nation of Islam, he said for 72 years she didn't stand behind her husband; she stood with her husband. She was a woman God called into existence to uplift her people and humanity. So
wow,
that's the
72 years. Ah, damn. Salute to that sister, man.
Wait, the BET Awards was on the 27th. When was that? That was the 27th. So yeah, she was. They knew.
Infamous El Pooh.
You know, I never heard anything about this woman at all. I just knew that she existed. But one thing I can say, beside every great man is a great woman. So,
and again, condolences to the minister. You know what I'm saying? I know he lost. He said it was the toughest day. So that's what's up. Salute to the minister. And on that note, we did recently just find out that Sparky D passed away. So Sparky D, if you don't know, that she was one of the people that came after Roxanne Shante back in the day. They had the Roxanne Shante Wars, and they actually went on tour together. You know what I'm saying? And would do like live battling and stuff like that. So she was one of them ones in the pioneer in the early days. So salute to that sister. You know what I'm saying? And condolences to her family and her friends and whatnot.
Man, salute to Sparky D, man. Represent Brownsville, Brooklyn, New York. Salute to that sister, man.
She was tough. She had that beat you up vibe. So yeah, she wasn't no joke.
She was 61 years old.
Yeah.
Tell you, man, way too young. You know what I'm saying? It's just yeah. So that having been said, we lost that one. You know what? Let's talk about this day. Okay, the 4th of July. I would have hoped that Afro Agnostic would have been here because I know he got some really good information about what this day really is. But at the end of the day, this is the 250 years of I had the article particularly up, but the bottom line is, this is not a day that I celebrate. You know what I'm saying? I respect what this country's. I respect things about this country. As a hip hopper, I understand where hip hop came from. So that's the culture that I grew up with. So I have a lot of respect for the culture that we have, that we've grown up in, that we've experienced. But none of that sort of oversteps the experiences from just the origins of this country. So that having been said, I still support all the people here that are trying to do good. I still have brotherhood and sisterhood with the people here in commonality. So you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be discouraging on that. But I know you have a slightly different take about what you got to say about this day, Brother Walt.
You know me, how I feel about this great country. If you don't like it, you can go to any. You could book a flight, booking.com, spot whatever. Book a flight, get the fuck out of this country, bro, if you don't like it. My parents were immigrants. They came to this country. We first generation born here. Yo, check it out. People risk their lives, their children's lives to sneak across this border any way, shape, possible they could get here. And there be bastards in this country like, fuck this country. Well, get the fuck out. Please make room for people who want to be here. So salute to the United States of America. My flag is outside. I got him blazing out there. You know what time it is, yeah.
I was going to ask you where your flag at. You said it's outside. Huh?
Yeah.
I hope it's real close to the fire. What you got to say
about book a flight? Book a flight.
That was a good one.
What you got to say? What you got to say about this, Mr. Bldg?
Man, listen, man. We know what the 4th of July is. We've been here every year. We get here and people celebrate independence. When y'all was Caucasians was independent before the brother man. So, it's nothing for us to celebrate except in the fact that we had celebrate our independence on Juneteenth. So we had our 4th of July already. So, I don't have to go into details about it. We know what it is. It wasn't a celebration for the black people on the 4th of July, 1776. That's for y'all.
That's what's up. And, Brother Liberty Twitcher, he said that none of us are victims. You're right. We weren't necessarily the victims of it, but our ancestors were. So, our ancestors didn't come over here like Brother Walk talked about. You know what I'm saying? It was a different story. So that story is complicated. But that having been said, we are here. We need to figure it out. We need to work together. So to me, I'm about what we make this country, not about what it's been, what we can turn it into. What you got to say about this infamous Pooh?
Well, I know today is July 4th. So that means this is the 4th day of the month that the president is lying to you again, of course. Also, as far as the reflecting pool and everything, Abraham Lincoln was asked about this, and this is what he had to say.
Man.
Get your celebration on today, y'all. Go ahead and get some of that good old barbecue and everything and just do what you do. You know what it is.
Hey, y'all heard about what happens? You talk shit about Kim Jong-un over there in North Korea. He gonna feed you to dogs. You better be lucky y'all in this country to talk that shit y'all talking.
Jay Walk, Mr. Walk, where did you hear that from?
I heard that from the media. Yeah.
And you believe it?
Yes, I believe it. Kim Jong-un
because they said it, or you have proof?
I don't need no proof. I heard it from different sources.
Just because they say that he feed people to dogs, don't mean that he feed people to dogs.
I believe he do. You prove it then.
Why do you believe that? Why do you believe it?
Because the white folks said it.
So stop that shit. Stop doing that. At least you was honest, though. Stop doing that.
It was eating the dogs and the cats.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it. This may be the absolute best place to be on this planet, but that doesn't mean it has room. It doesn't have room for improvement. You know what I'm saying? So it's never about needing to go somewhere else. This is where we born. This is where we from. This is what we know. You know what I'm saying? And we absolutely do appreciate the liberties that we have. But you know what? We deserve to have a whole lot more. We deserve to have a lot better circumstances. So at the end of the day, we're gonna keep fighting for that. So we're not just gonna sit on it.
This is like, look at this. We all living good. Everybody got jobs. Everybody making a decent living on this show.
Not.
And y'all talking shit. That's a damn shame. God bless America.
You make it better by complaining, protesting, and looking for the ways to make it better. So you have to speak up against it. If you see some bullshit, speak up against the shit.
Every day y'all pass a motherfucker sleeping on a corner with a cardboard box, and y'all sitting here like, oh, this country ain't worth shit. It could be better. Y'all quit playing. Y'all, everybody looking nice and cozy up there, especially me. Now, come on, let's get the show on.
So basically, as long as a small percentage of people or whatever, it doesn't matter about the rest of it. But that having been said, Afro agnostics just in time. So once he gets, it might take you a little second to get together. But brother, first of all, welcome to the show. But we're just about to leave this section. We're talking about the 4th of July, 250. You know what I'm saying? So I know you got something to say about this.
It's a lot of different. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Well, I think, Black people, our usual approach is kind of like that, Black people who go to church once a year, they hook up with friends and family and your cousin and them, and there's a food gathering, and there's, socializing is very important, but people don't really go for the word or any of an ecclesiastical reason. And it's the same thing with Black people as far as the 4th of July. It's a way we can get together with family and we can eat. Some families might buy some paraphernalia, some red, white, and blue. Just it may be cheap on, on sale and things like that.
Walk said his flag is outside.
You say what?
Walk said his flag is hanging outside.
I don't see any reason to take it that deep. And I think that most Black people who do take it that deep is because they associate the American flag with freedom, justice, and equality. And that's okay. But that's the post-Reconstruction interpretation of the flag. And that's good. But anything before 1865 should not be celebrated. It just shouldn't. There's nothing in it for us or for people other than affluent white men. Now, after 1865, with the 13th Amendment, 14th Amendment, 15th Amendment, that's a different America. And a lot of people don't realize that because, like, you had the French, first French Republic, the second French Republic, and South Africa, you had the Union of South Africa. Now, then you have the Republic of South Africa. Now you have the post-apartheid Republic of South Africa. Those are different governments. So the United States has been through three different governments. So we want to give some reverence to Reconstruction, to the one that happened in the 60s with the incorporation, because that changed the Constitution of the Civil Rights Amendments. Yeah, celebrate that part. But anything before that is not worth celebrating.
That's what's up. Great
so,
stuff.
Real quick, I want to put something out there. On Piers Morgan, he asks his guests, "Are you proud to be an American?" I want to pose that to the panel here today.
Ooh, that's a tough question.
4th of July, are you proud to be American? Let's start with Brother Afro.
Am I proud to be American? Doesn't even exist. Okay. There's no such political status. Am I proud to be a citizen of the United States? I am not, in fact, a citizen of the United States. On paper, I'm a citizen, but I don't get treated like a citizen historically, presently. I don't have the same status as other citizens that happen to be white. So I'm proud of what my ancestors have contributed. I'm proud of the movement to freedom. That's what I'm proud of. Okay. I'm not loyal to something just because it is. It has to be related to freedom, justice, and equality. Then you have my loyalty. I'm not going to.
So what are you loyal to, my brother?
That flag doesn't represent freedom, justice, and equality.
Okay. So what are you loyal to? What country?
Freedom, justice, and equality.
What country are you loyal to?
With any country that promulgates those values, I'm loyal to that country.
I noticed you over there with Drake. I hope you booked the one way.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll Walk. Yeah. Who are you? Are you proud to be an American, Walk?
I definitely am proud to be an American, brother. I just know the story of my parents. Our grandmothers on both sides, they was the trailblazers that came to this country. They made it possible for the rest of us to get here. And then when I used to hear stories, my dad used to tell me about Honduras, and my mom tell me stories about Guatemala. I'd be like, thank God y'all came to America. God damn it. Thank you.
See, I mean, okay, let me speak on that real quick. The only reason those countries are in peril is because of America, Mr.
That's bullshit.
I think that's what you fail to understand.
That's
America
bullshit,
dominates the Western Hemisphere, and that's why they doing what they do to Venezuela. That's why they doing what they do to Cuba, because they already did it to Guatemala and Honduras. It ain't like
the leaders, Floyd.
Listen,
the leaders taking the money from.
They're not. That's the
America.
Listen, who's the leadership? The leadership that America put into place. That they intentionally make those countries a failed state so they could dominate. That's what America did.
Those countries passed laws that made slavery illegal before the United States did.
Okay.
Here's to the United States of America. I'm starting at it.
No, they failed. Those are failed states because of America. Mr. Pooh, are you proud to be an American, sir?
Excuse me, I'm an American by default. So, and for this comment right here, none of us were alive in 1865, but our ancestors were. So, in respect for our ancestors, I will say this. If you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. So, it's important to us to remember everything before 1865, too. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
But that's what this day is supposed to celebrate, 1776. What is he talking about?
only they are able to celebrate something from the past. We're only supposed to appreciate the future. If you pose that question to me, I would say that I'm privileged to be an American. I'm not proud of anything that I
like
didn't
that. Nice guy. I like that.
I'm not proud of anything that I didn't make. You know what I'm saying? Anything that I experienced, the only thing that I would say that I'm proud of that I didn't cause is being black. But outside of that, you know what I'm saying? I'm privileged to be an American, and I appreciate that.
But think about the privileges and rights in the United States. All of those privileges and rights are associated with oppressed people, namely black people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's bullshit.
There's no rights or privileges.
That sounds like something
that was
made up. It sounds good to people.
Give me one right and privilege that was good for black people, people of color, women
voting.
And I know who brought that into existence. The Voters' Right Act, 13, 14, 15th Amendment.
Yeah, eating in a cafe.
They're all associated with black people, sir. I'm saying white people didn't do this.
Riding on the bus. What you mean? Wait. It can't be both ways. You can't say they holding us back and then they didn't do it for us. We did it. What is you saying? What's your message? Where you going?
That didn't make even a little bit of sense. While he's saying that the bottom line is they had it a certain way. If we didn't fight to change it, it would still be that way. We are
celebrating the change that we brought about. Okay. You're celebrating the change that black people brought about.
Okay, black people brought about.
Black people that weren't happy. Black people. Wait. Not only that. Not only that. You're celebrating. You're celebrating black people. You're celebrating. Listen, you're celebrating
that shit.
Hold on, let them talk.
You're celebrating black people that didn't. That you're celebrating what wouldn't have been if black people didn't just say, okay, we're great. We're happy to be here. And we just sit on this, what it is. At the end of the day, they weren't happy with the circumstances and they made the circumstances better. And I say that everybody has the burden. Everybody has the burden all over the country, all over the world to make the world better. So let's never be comfortable with the state of where things are. Let's always make things better.
Let's give credit to where credit is due. Black people made this country better. Okay, I'm just saying.
Word.
Well, just for the record,
black people altered the United States.
Just for the record, I'm proud to be a black African American here in America.
Word. So speaking of celebrations, Mr. LeBron took his talents or is taking his talents to somewhere else. He said, "Some niceness guy, you are so-called black American. There's a difference."
Oh, big cousin. Blocked him. I thought he was blocked years ago.
I mean, all of this stuff is contrived. Race is contrived. All of these things, you know what I'm saying? None of this stuff is inherently about, but the bottom line is we do have distinction. Our paths are very unique in particular, and there's a commonality, particularly with the people on this panel, and we embrace that. You know what I'm saying? We embraced it. A lot of us grew up
LeBron, come on, LeBron. You got sidetracked, bro. Focus.
Look, brother,
he addressing the comment.
Not only that, I was literally going to the very next thing. You just dragged it out by even further. So that having been said, LeBron is taking his talents somewhere else. The bottom line is he waited for us to guarantee his son's contract, and then he just basically said, peace out. And at the end of the day, what I say to him is I say, thank you for the time that you spent here. I do think you contributed to here, but at the end of the day, I'm very happy for you to move on because the notion of continuing to throw away assets to build for this impossible task with this old guy was just a terrible formula. At the end of the day, we must build for the future. We must go forward. At the end of the day, you want to go to a ready-made roster and compete. I ain't mad at you. Do what you do. You're a mercenary.
They're trying to build with this old guy.
Because all they said, think about it. All what they say, they go, look, the Lakers are not good enough to win, but they're like, how come you don't just trade out everything you possibly can to make it better? But it's still not going to be good enough.
How many chips did LeBron bring to LA, man?
One.
Quit playing, bro. Everybody just so disrespectful to LBJ, brother. He did his time. He did his thing. I think it's time for him to hang it up. See, but in his mind, he like, I'm playing better than a lot of these younger guys in here. But the ride is over, LBJ. It's time to go home and start doing some other things. But I salute his time here. He contributed to the Los Angeles. How many chips he brought here? 2? Yeah, I don't care if one was in the bubble.
No, it only brought one.
You sure it was only one?
Yeah. It was positive. It was only one.
It wasn't 2, not 3, not 4. It was 5. Well, that one he got us. I saluted, and I'm glad that he was here. He was at the time he came here. He was the #1 player in the league, and people was crying. The essays was protesting. It was a bunch of goofy shit going on. But he contributed. He did his best. Wasn't good enough. But I do think that when he brought Bronny on, that was the NBA curse. That was like the basketball guys was like, wait, hold on. That ain't how it works. Your son ain't getting a damn chip. He ain't earned it. So, but salute to LeBron and his career, and may he have better pasture somewhere else in a different city in this beautiful country.
Infamous Pooh, what you got to say about this?
I'm mad about one thing. He didn't take his son with him. That's what
God damn, Pooh. That's some cold
That's
shit.
a horn. Come on.
That's some cold shit.
That's a cold nigga, boy.
God damn.
You got something to say? Okay.
recap now. So we can get good players like maybe Jackie Moon or somebody like that.
Wow.
Mr. Bldg, you got something to say about
That was
this?
fucked up.
Hey, I think somebody already expressed it. Thank you, LeBron, for what you brought to the Lakers. You did your shit. And you're moving on. I wish you the best. You did it in Cleveland. You did it in Miami. You came to LA and did it again. Salute to that brother LeBron. I'm a big LeBron fan, and that I wish you the best. That's it.
Word. Apple agnostics, I don't think you have much of a dog in this race, but you got something to say?
He went back to Cleveland, right? He went back to Cleveland after Miami.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you got to mention that between 22 seasons, you know. But I would tell when the United States was formed, the majority of black people joined the British, and that's where the country Sierra Leone was formed, because black people are loyal to freedom, justice, and equality, not to a flag. Oh, I'm sorry, we're talking about LeBron. My bad.
Oh yeah, I'm about to say that ain't got shit.
Word. So again, salute to LeBron. Good luck elsewhere after a fashion. At the end of the day, it's Lakers on mine. So let's speak about this. You know, Stephen A. You know, he had this video, and he just went hard. He went hard in the paint, and he said, "Look, you can't." He said, "This ain't golf. This ain't racing. This ain't, you know, whatever." He said, "The bottom line is you can't have your top 3 players being white and be a good team in the, you know, in the NBA after a fashion." That's what he said. At least maybe he said you can compete for it all. And I say, you know, this is a ridiculous comment, because the bottom line is he wasn't complaining about the roster last year, and LeBron was the 3rd best player. Now, what if they would have replaced LeBron with Joker? No one would have said nothing about those 3 white people. At the end of the day, they got the best player they could in that slot. And, you know, I pull up that picture of the team. They're saying that this team is too white. You know, they're really not paying attention to the rest of the roster. But at the end of the day, it's very insulting. It's, you know, it's look, we talk about discrimination. We talk about all these things, and then we basically want to go out there and put this stupid stuff. You know, there's a lot of great white players, and we understand that Luka Doncic is absolutely positively one of them, no question. So at the end of the day, we'll see how this team plays, because, you know, you play on the field. You don't play whatever. So bottom, I says you play on the court. But so the bottom line is, go ahead.
What's the original roster? What does that mean? What's that from?
That's what was the roster before LeBron. That was the roster that we had last year.
Okay.
So now the roster on the left is the roster that I guess it's stage left. That's the original roster. That was from last year. And then stage right, that would be the roster that we have presently now. And it's still not etched in stone. They're still making tweaks and stuff like that. But as you can see, you know what I'm saying, there's still a lot of melanin on this team. But, you know, look, there's definitely a lot of white people. But, you know, some of these white people are very, very good players. At the end of the day, you try to get the best basketball players you can. And if those are the best basketball players you can get, that's what you roll with. That's what you work with. So, you know, we'll see how it plays out.
That's why Stephen A. Smith comment, to me, it go with a grain of salt. He did it on his podcast. He knows not to say no stuff like that in front of Massa on the big network. You know what I'm saying? But I think he's just trying to get attention, because he said 2 things off the side of his neck. He said that these guys are no scrubs. he didn't say like, oh, they ain't good, they ain't qualified, because they do ball. They do ball. So I think he was just entertaining, trying to get a take. And guess what? We talking about it right now on the show. I'm like this. You seen white boys ball. Larry Bird ball, bro. That the big dude in freaking Detroit, he was a menace, a problem for Chicago and different teams. Lambeer, he was a problem. He was a problem. But come on, you can't. We can't sit up here and act like, oh, just because they white, they can't win the chip, bro. That's a silly take. I think Stephen A. was just trying to get some attention, and mission accomplished.
White men can jump. Yeah, so what you got to say?
Yeah.
What you got to say about this Afro agnostic?
Perfect analogy.
Bill Lambier couldn't jump. He did. If you look at his game, he barely lifted off the ground. But yeah, he was a dirty
He'll kick you in the ass though.
Yeah, he left other people off the ground.
Yeah.
He was a dirty player. But
yeah,
I think what he's saying is that in today's NBA, and he kind of explained this. One, he's right on this issue, but he framed it in a stupid and petty way. To get attention, to stir controversy. I agree with Walt on that. But I think it's the same lesson that dude from Alabama when they played USC back in the day, and they said they got their ass whooped. It's like, oh, we need some black players. We can't be competitive without black players. And I think that's what Stephen A. is saying. Like, and since whatever time, I don't know, since black people have been incorporated into the NBA, if you look at the team rosters, you have to have a certain number of black people. Now, with the Eastern Europeans coming in, there may be a different, because those are not regular white people like the white people over here. But I think, he was giving a fist bump to black people, because black people like to walk with the sense that they're physically superior, or physicality, which is true, but he doesn't explain that because he doesn't know why. And then lastly, it's also throwing a bone at Trump and the MAGAs, who also feel that black people have physical superiority in sports and stuff like that. But it's interesting that he can look at the team. This is his pettiness and small-mindedness, and say it's too white. But you can look at the board of directors of Walt Disney that owns ESPN and say that they're too white. But you're looking at the
Damn.
I was about to say some slick shit, but then my nigga got real. I said, you going too deep.
You ain't on that one, bro.
Hey, he was going too deep, but then he came to the surface and shot niggas upside their heads. Salute.
Man, you ain't on that one, bro.
Yeah.
Look, hey, salute to Dreamers Pro. I watched Dreamers Pro. He says he enjoying this live. Salute to you, brother. I love your show. Much respect, brother. Much respect. And he says he's gonna share this live on this channel. Salute to that brother.
We appreciate that. We absolutely appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
I'll drink to that.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we exhausted speaking about the Lakers. Okay, let's have a recap of this fight. I wish we had a recap of things that were said on the last show.
Hey,
like
this. I watched the last show that we did. My sentiment is still the same. I feel he hasn't been tested. This was a good test, a little mediocre test, but he still ain't on the level of no Crawford, bro. But he put on. It was a great fight. I salute. I didn't care who won. I didn't have no dog in the fight. I want to see what Boots had, see what Zayas had, a Puerto Rican Boricua cat. You know what I'm saying? It was a good fight, and no one should feel ashamed about what happened in that fight. Even though Boots got caught in that third, but you know what I'm saying? You see, and my boy Terrence Crawford, he like, if I caught him like that, I would have finished him. So it's a lot. It's still a lot of questions, though. That's what I'm saying. It's still a lot of questions about Boots, but it was definitely a good fight. Salute to both of these warriors that got in there and gave it their all. Yeah.
And before you counter Afro, or before you retort, I will say, Walk, I agree with what you said. And when I was watching it, I saw a lot of vulnerability. Like, he has some things that he needs to shore up. You know what I'm saying? That if he was fighting somebody else, that they would have took advantage of that. I know that Crawford was sitting there going, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
So brother Afro Agnostic, what you got to say about this fight?
No, honestly, I agree with Walt on this one. Yeah, I agree. I don't have anything to offer.
The apocalypse.
I will just say this really quick. It was exciting to see Boots in the ring, but I mean, just the speed and the power was just like awesome. Oh, wow.
But wait, that slick shit he be doing, like when he and that's gonna get his ass ate up. That's
exactly.
He rolled with the punches. I'm telling you, he gonna get ate up from that from a guy who been more experienced. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to say about that. But yeah.
That's exactly right. That's what I was talking about. I said the vulnerability. That dude,
yeah,
you know, that you were able to pull that off with the caliber of oppositions you were dealing with. The next level is gonna catch you. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to share that.
I think he need a new coach too. His dad. Sometimes, you know, you just got to get rid of dad.
I agree.
Take him so far. Yeah,
I agree.
You got something to say about this infamous Pooh, Mr. Footex?
Well, me, I didn't really get to see the fight and everything, but I did hear that Baby Shooter. I'm digressing a little bit. I heard Baby Shooter got DP, but it's not on video. But
Baby Shooter. Wow.
For the record, I think Baby Shooter lying like a motherfucker.
I watched the highlights of the fight. I thought it was a good fight, and I didn't have, like I say, I didn't have no dog in the fight. And I just want to see a good fight, and you know, I'm not really a boxing fan. I just enjoyed watching it, and it was a good matchup.
And the card was good too. Good card.
Oh,
the
yeah.
card. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh man, what's the name? Is the truth? Vargas' son is the truth. That dude is the truth.
Woo! Dude fought the whole fight. Southpaw. He's orphaned.
That's great. That was like some Rocky shit. Like, I'm gonna just wrap your arm up. Nobody even said nothing about that. The dude he was facing was like, what the fuck? That was crazy.
You did all your scouting and he just flipped it up on you.
Yeah.
He said the dude he fought had only fought one southpaw fighter. So he knew that he wasn't that good with that southpaw fighter. So that's why he went southpaw.
That was amazing. That was amazing. I love boxing. Oh my God.
Well, you know,
what's the next great fight that's coming up, though?
That's right. You want aficionados. No, that's not the next great fight. The next great fight is going to be.
God damn.
Hey, salute to my cousin in Brooklyn. Y'all wildin', son.
Oh man, too bad we don't have the video of the weigh-in or whatever. It's where Orlando Brown slapped him in the face with that water money. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me say, look. Ray J been taking L after L these last couple of weeks. I was ashamed and embarrassed when I watched Orlando Brown slap him in the face with money and he didn't do nothing. That was a perfect time for him to throw a punch and make the weigh-in even more spectacular. Ray J threw him an alley-oop and he missed it. You don't hit nobody in the face with money and you don't do nothing about it. Come on, dude.
Tripled up. He tripled up too.
He what?
3 times.
You said he tripled up?
Yeah.
That was insane.
Ray J better not lose this one. Come on, but you already took an L with the fucking super hot fire.
Super hot fire, yep. He lost that one. Did that thought, well, why'd you do that? That's not but the plan, though, dumbass.
He better plan better this time.
You're not enthusiastic for this Alpha Agnostic?
Man, I think we should. This is where we should focus our boycott and our cancellation. We should focus on Zeus Network, because I didn't know Zeus Network is putting this on King Bach. You know, who's like a big digital queen, digital minstrelsy, and that other dude. They're putting this on. I think it's a big circus. I don't know how to feel about it. It feels like digital minstrelsy. Like they're getting these eyeballs, these unathletic people. It's just a spectacle. I don't know.
That whole network is such, because you talk about the bad girls. All it is. It's just an excuse for females just to act stupid and fight and all this other stuff. But you know what? I didn't know it was on Zeus. My wife does subscribe to that, so I guess I will be able to see the fight.
What you show? What you showing? Walk. What you showing there?
I'm on live. You know me. I'm on Facebook Live. Yeah, coordinate with the people. Yeah.
So we're talking about some terrible mistakes.
Wait. Hold on. Wait. You saw the number. La Brea Trucking, East Coast to West Coast, West Coast to East Coast, North to South, South to North. Call that number if you need something transported across the states or across into your city. Call La Brea Trucking, a black-owned trucking company. Brother got a fleet of trucks, very professional, very business-minded. Salute to La Brea Trucking. Y'all
And
saw
he take government contracts too now. Salute.
Just like that.
That's gobealive.org. Go get you some of that black honey. And if you want it in person, go to the Petty Vice in Venice or to the Afro City Marketplace at the Crenshaw Mall. It is still there. Shout out to Sister Nietzsche.
Pooh is still there now.
Oh, it's called.
Go to the Score Bar and Lounge, black owned, great food, good music, a whole bunch of TV screens. You could go watch FIFA. I was watching FIFA when I was at the bowling alley last night. Very entertaining, good game. I know that what team lost? And what's the name? Nigeria lost last night. And then Colombia won. So it was you want to watch some good FIFA, go to the Score Bar and Lounge and check them out.
Hey, tonight is some good boxing on. It's coming on regular top ranked boxing tonight. And my boy right here, I put him in the background, Abdullah Mason. He's gonna fight a replacement for Sinda, who he was gonna fight. So he fighting a brother he's familiar with too. They know each other, them sport. This ain't no joke. So this is gonna be a good fight tonight, free. And I'm sure it's going to be at the scoreboard. Salute to the owner of the scoreboard. What up?
Turn up the dial, it's 10:30. We back. Spin that back show, all the classics on track. From 79 to 99, we're crossing the gap. Album reviews, little known facts, hip hop intact. Saturday mornings, dive into the history. Samples and stories, old school mysteries. Early self-static, Shiraz, and TBD. Nola Badaping.
Yes. Y'all hear that? That means the Spin That Back show is back today. We're going to talk about classic equipment that was used in hip-hop and just music in general. We're going to kind of like go through the history of that. So tune in.
I'm going to be on the show too. I'm going to talk about my classic takes. I used to do a take. Like, how many takes I used to do? I put like 40 takes for one fucking verse. Yeah, so yeah. Piss them niggas off all night. Like, God damn, walk. This 8 bars.
It's not a rehearsal studio. It's a studio to record in.
That's what's up. So let's talk about it. Talk about dumb decisions. Yo, man. If you're going to do something crazy, don't bring a filmer. You know what I'm saying? Don't hold on to the video. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't watched like Menace to Society, come on, man. Let's be smarter than this. So this is absolutely crazy. And these Wyans is just wild. What you got to say about this, brother Walk?
Y'all gonna play it or we don't have to? We don't have to play it.
Yeah.
Like, well, I'm gonna say this. I remember we talked about this when it first happened. I think I was right on that take. I think that Pooh Sheisty thought Gucci Man, a real nigga from the streets, he ain't gonna go to the cops. But guess what? Also, with an intangible that you gonna record it, you freaking weirdo. Who does that and has an echo monitor on? He wasn't even supposed to be in that city. Bro, what is you doing, Pooh Sheisty? You know how much millions of dollars these dudes was about to make? Gucci Man was so excited. He's home. They probably was going to renegotiate the contract, and you come with guns. And guess what, too? Pops, his dad was there. Yep. You in trouble, too. His dad had the bag of guns with the contract. They got him on video holding the bag where the guns was at, and then old boy had the gun stop Gucci at the door. Y'all all going to jail. And you know what? I'm a street nigga. I'm glad y'all going to fucking prison. I'm glad. That's where you need to be.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Hey, just like that.
Apple, you got something to say about this? Oh, go. No, Mr. Boy Next, go ahead.
Look, dude, I was watching this shit. I couldn't believe it. When I saw the video, I couldn't believe how dumb this dude, Pooh Sheisty, is, dude. I'm sitting there like, this some dumbass shit. And he had his pops with him, his friends, and Big 30. Big 30 was a talent on his own. He was somebody, he could have been big too. I can't believe that Big 30 was like, yeah, let's go do. I can't believe this shit. Big 30 was talented by himself. He didn't even have to be around Pooh Sheisty to be talented, but he was a talent in his own. I just can't believe he's in jail. Pooh Sheisty's in jail. Some dumb nigga shit that shouldn't have happened. It was so embarrassing. And I'm sitting here looking like, y'all thought this was going to work. And, you know, I was watching the video on it. He was sleeping with the not his parole officer, but somebody that works with the parole office who's supposed to monitor him. That's why he was feeling so free to do what he was doing, because he was knocking her up. And, you know, it's another story. But it was insane that these dudes did this shit. It's embarrassing. And they was like, he could have made $100 million easy over the next 10 years. And this was just a small part trying to get out of the dumbass contract because he mad about something. Dumb shit. That's all it was.
To be clear, this was dumb. To me, the dumbest thing about this was doing it on video. This is actually activity that's been done a lot in the past. I mean, we know about Suge Knight getting those rights with Vanilla Ice. You know, we know about, Gangstar, going in there with with what they did with, the record people. The bottom line is, sometimes people get a little vigilante and take these things in their own hands, but to film it and then to let it get out there is just, that's what elevates it to a whole level of stupidity. I mean, honestly, you get you some lawyers and do it properly. But I mean, if you're gonna do it street style, don't tape it, man. This whole generation is so enamored with everything being captured on video. We're in the social media era, and it's crazy. What you got to say about? I'm gonna go infamous El Pooh. What you got to say about this before I come back to Afro?
Man, I think everything has been said. It's just stupid. It's embarrassing. It's bad for the name Pooh. My name is El Pooh. We want to move for him to remove Pooh from his name. I mean,
oh man,
Goof Sheisty. How about that?
What you got about to say about this, brother Afro?
He says it's bad for the name Pooh because that was his original name. I think he added the Sheisty later. But I think, man, this is his dad should just get more time. One, for having him. Two, for being involved in it.
Yeah.
Not telling him. Like my daddy said, if you're gonna do wrong, do it the right way. This is not. Why did you think this is we're gonna sign a contract on record with the Draco in the video? What are you doing that for? You're gonna show it to the judge? What are you gonna show the social media, your audience, that you're not on the label? Like, you would have been better off robbing the bank. And then how you gonna have if you're robbing somebody, Draco, bring a handgun. You less than 6 feet away from my man with a Draco. Like, he could actually. That's not how you. Anyway. And then on all this, he did all this. He come off an 8-year sentence. Only did 3 on probation. Your ankle monitor goes off. You're talking to your probation officer, letting them know that you're going to go handle this business. I think, what, if I was his defense, I would try to plead insanity. That's I think
That's a good idea.
You know,
That's a good one.
yeah, I would. That's the only thing they can all get life. It's done.
Yeah.
But I like that take where you say Pops should probably get more time because I can imagine. Rest in peace, my Pops. Like, could you imagine having that conversation with your father? I'm like, I got my son. My son is 28 years old. He raps. I told him he got 3 more years of this shit, and then they gonna be looking at you an old nigga. But anyway, but I can imagine him like, yo, I'm doing this, and like me agreeing to go with you and force, bro. How about this? How just renegotiate the contract, get them millions, and win that contract, and do some more shit, motherfucker. God dang.
That's just that simple, dude. Just that simple.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of crazy,
wait, but it's like Oprah. You get a life sentence. You get a life sentence. You get a life sentence.
Even Gucci said this is done, bro.
Dumbass.
speaking of
I said even Gucci said it was done. Yeah, he was like, it's done.
Speaking of crazy, you know, these white folks, you know, climbed up on the top of the Empire State Building, illegally, of course, to put their little poster up there to create their little video moment. And then, you know, there was a proposal. Now, it turns out this is the same couple that actually has a documentary on Netflix called Skywalkers. You know, it's great promo for that. I'm not saying it's for that, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, this became such a big meme. Everybody's been using it, and you know, we've got in on it. So I don't know if you got ours, but
I forgot.
Wow.
But the bottom line is, this is some pure white people stuff. You know what I'm saying? I would have problems just, you know, being on the inside, being at the top of the floor inside with the window, you know, protected, much less outside on the spires. That's just some crazy stuff. What you got to say about this, brother Afro Agnostic? What do you got to say about this?
I mean, I like the effort. I would have done it in my younger days. I have no problem scaling things high up.
Yeah.
But you know, I just didn't like the message. The message was, you know, it was self-serving. It was a, you know, a message for them to the public. I thought it was more of a public message, like release the Epstein files or free guys or something like that. But
the internet's taking care of that. Those messages are out there.
Yeah, like what was the message? Like Jesus was a black man? Was that real? I don't know if that was real or not, but it was. That's why I made my own memes like motherfucking goofy shit. But watch this though. I couldn't get my chick to ride on the back of a damn moped with me. He got that brought to scale of goddamn
Empire State
Building. I need to holler at him. What you doing to this, bro? Like, goddamn, bro, you got gold on the tip of your penis or something? I tell, enlighten me. You know,
walk.
Goddamn house.
Walk. If you want to do that, you gotta disobey Dr. Umar and get you a white girl. That's the only place you're gonna get the scale of.
That's what he did. That's what he did.
Oh, that was a black dude.
No, he said you're gonna need a bunny to do that. The bottom line is it wasn't nothing magic on his stuff. It was the fact that it was the bunny. Infamous El Pooh, you got something to say about this?
It's just white people doing white people stuff, you know. Hey, I guess that's like that's what they like to do to get high. I guess I climbed the Empire State Building. And stuff. I don't know.
Could you imagine having that conversation with your lady? We gonna climb the Empire State Building. What, nigga? Like, hey, come on, bro.
My wife is crazy enough to do that, but she know that I wouldn't. I mean, again, I would have a problem with the photo shoot. With the Focuz photo shoot that we took that was on top of yeah, exactly. So yeah, you know, I'm sitting over there holding on to a rail. They're like, what's he doing? I'm like, bro, I need foundation. I need to be fixed.
I done scaled a 3-story building a few different times with a few different women. So I mean that's different from 1500. I got that, but also I just want to mention that they said that they may have exposed themselves to dangerous radiation from the structure up there. So
I sure hope so.
Wow,
I don't do that.
That's crazy.
I hope so.
Well, speaking of crazy, you know,
I hope in
this
10 years we read like, oh, they both died of fucking radiation
oh my goodness,
poisoning.
I do not wish.
Stupid
I
ass
do not
niggas.
wish that on
Let's
them.
go,
I do
man.
not.
I do.
Speaking of crazy, this dude is a NFL player, you know, a cornerback of great skill for the Detroit Lions, and this brother has been caught up in armed robbery situation where, you know, he's literally looking at potentially life in jail. You know, and some of the people that, you know, allegedly worked with him, they've already turned state's evidence. The Lions have dropped him. You know what I'm saying? And he, you know, his agent said, "Oh, we've been getting contacted by other NFL teams, you know, that want to pick us up." I doubt that. But, you know, at the end of the day, I don't know. He's going to get his day in court. But I'm just saying, if you really did do some stupidness, you got a good job, and you think that you can just, you know, if you did this was dumb as hell. Look, you can't be hanging around people that still want to do stupid shit. If you can't elevate them, you can't let them bring you down. At some point, you got to detach. So again, I don't know what the facts are. The facts will come out. But again, if this is someone who held on to his circle a little bit too long, shame. You got something to say about that, brother? Okay.
Was this before, or how long before was this his NFL career? Because I just found out that Nate Dogg was robbing Taco Bell's right before Regulate came out. But you know, it's a chill. Was this before?
Nah,
you know?
this drop. He been a player. You know what I'm saying? So the bottom
2
line
years.
is, yeah.
Did
exactly.
he do this crime while he was a player?
Yeah.
I'm talking about like on the
The crime occurred while he was a player. I'm not gonna say that he did the crime, but go ahead. You from Detroit? What you got to say about this?
It just sounds like another Pooh Sheisty situation. You know,
don't try to clean it up. That's your city. You talk to you Kevin, Kevin, brother.
I
know something about you.
And again, if you go do wrong, you got to try to do it the right way. Get your boys to do that, to kind of disassociate yourself from it. I don't know why you need to be there. It's kind of like what's homeboy that you know they won on the Giants, and he had the big catch at the end. He had a funny name, but he went and
ODB.
ODB.
No, he used to play on the Giants. He was a receiver. I can't remember his name.
Odell Beckham Jr.
Back when Peyton them when they won against the
he's talking about the one that caught up, pinned it against his head. Is that?
What's the name? The one that shot himself. The one that shot himself.
Yeah, he went after all that. I mean, that's like, why did you bring a gun and you wearing pajama or jogging pants in a late night club?
Oh, you talking about you talking about Plexico.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, he was in the club with sweats on. You was already a creep.
For dumb niggas. Top shelf.
But he said he bought it. He said the only reason it went off because it fell down his sweats and it fell in.
Why are you bringing it? Like, have your boy. My point is, have your boys carry the heat. You Plexico Burrs. You got the winning catch and you just won a Super Bowl. Like,
how about high security? How about high security?
That's what he said.
How about not go to the club if you think you got to bring a gun inside the club?
Amen.
That's it. and going back to what Knight said, you know, hire some lawyers, man. Like, come on, or you know, you can't do it. You can't get involved in that. You got too much.
Wait, but this is like a scene from the movie. Remember Bad, the music video where Wesley Snipes is in there. You ain't bad. Yeah, I'm gonna show you I'm bad. That's what this probably was. They probably was like, you ain't down no more, man. And he fucking fell for it. Let's rob this shit and ruin my career, and let's all go to jail.
All right, let's move this along. Let's talk about Young Miami. Okay, this is a big song that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? You know, India, Arie, she said what she said about it. And again, she's come out to say that, look, I'm not attacking this sister. I'm just, she's like, I support artists doing their thing, but at the end of the day, this is not necessarily our best foot forward. Now, I know, Brother Walk, you love this song. You know what I'm saying? So you go ahead and speak on it. I looked at the lyrics and let me do it. I'm
gonna do this on the Focus Up show because I love the show. We've been doing it for 6 years. where all my thing and bring the bitch out you. Spin at you. This shit is a hit. She came
Hey, somebody cut that.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm not ashamed. She presented, and the crowd went crazy. She was even up for an award for this song. But look, check this out. Whoever gave Arie a phone and taught her how to get on Twitter and Facebook and to print what she said, please take her phone back with your old ass. See, because this, if you've been under a rock for the last 20 years, hip hop has been degenerate for the past 20 years. Where have you been, Arie? So, what are you talking about? This is just normal hip hop.
I say someone putting us to the second place. I'm like, what's going on here? Yeah, but so that she was asked the question and she responded to it. But you got something to say about this, brother Afro?
No, I kind of agree with Walk because she said something about some things before that kind of indicated that she you're not, where are you at, and how invested are you in changing this or criticizing this because you're kind of late.
Hello, this is a message from the VA Greater Los Angeles Healthcare.
Okay, brother Walk.
Okay, I thought it was. I kind of, in a lot of ways, I think she's doing to Young Miami or hip hop what Ice-T, what he did to Soulja Boy. He tried to scope Soulja Boy for everything that's wrong and kind of, make his generation, our generation, unaccountable. Like, you contributed so much to this. Like, you remember see Dolores Tucker and that whole movement against, rap to get rap to be more accountable. But anyway, I agree with Walt on that.
Man, look, this is my take on it. Like, look, when I first heard the song, I was offended. Like, oh, this is crazy. She promoting boosters and scammers. And then I had to think about it. And I was sitting there like, 50 Cent had a song, How to Rob, talking about robbing rappers and all this shit. And it was a big song. Nobody had nothing to say. And then somebody brought in the group chat the Annie Up song. I mean, it's a whole list of songs where niggas or black men are talking some wild shit, extreme shit, Too Short, freaky tales about all his sexcapades. And I mean, and no, it was no offense taken, but she come, this young Miami. I don't like Young Miami just because I think she put too much information out there, but I think it's a good song in the sense of it's a hit. Say what?
PP.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. I don't have nothing against people that do what they do in their bedrooms, but don't tell everybody. You know what I'm saying? That was my take on it. And the song is a good song. I played, my wife listened to it, and this the first time she listened to it, she did that shit. She didn't see the video. She was like, she did that shit. No bullshit. I was sitting there like, okay. And she was like, she liked it. She said it's a good song.
It's catchy. Yes.
It is. So, it's when you got a good song, you got a good song. And that's what artists strive to do. They strive to get them hit songs. So good job, Young Miami. You did it. Respect to you for making a good song. And I don't think it's gonna ruin people's life. I know they had a mom and a daughter who got caught scamming, stealing bags and stuff like that. And
they shot the little kid.
And they went on the internet and they were playing the song, showing the shit. But good song.
Infamous Pooh. You got something to say about this, brother?
Yeah. I heard Trick Daddy. Trick Daddy, I think it was, right?
Yep.
He responded to it and he just really disrespected Arie.
Disrespectful.
It's really, really, really disrespectful. Yeah. I ain't heard Young Miami say anything about it. She's just riding off the wave. That's all you have to do. Don't even respond. Just keep on riding off the wave and you'll be all right. But Trick Daddy, you was way out of line for calling her bad breath, ugly bitch, and all that old stuff, man. Come on.
What puts Arie above that? What is this shining globe? Because of some music she made, he might know something about Arie that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? How the Floyd?
First of all, was Arie right? Was Arie correct?
Yes.
About what?
I'm just saying, at the end of the day, you can feel that she's being like, an old person, get off my lawn. But the fact what she said was 100% correct. So,
I don't agree. I don't agree.
Listen, you
I
can't
don't
be
agree.
mad. You can't be mad at a black woman. Listen. You can't be mad at a black woman who represented herself well the whole time in the industry, only made music that was uplifting, and she got something to say about some negative shit. Who has a foot to stand on because she represents well for black women in general. So I mean,
So
you
her
can't
persona-
just disrespect her and call her a bad build and all this other disrespectful shit. She represent well for black women. Don't we want black women who represent well for black women? And then they come out and speak. Let them speak.
Bldg did just that. We're about to talk about her on the BET Awards. So did you see the BET Awards? Oh, you got something to say about that? Go ahead, brother.
I was just going to say real quick, before was talking about why Young Miami is catching the heat and all these other male artists have it as an example of male privilege. Then also, I think Young Miami should be canceled just for her association, her thing with Diddy, still supporting Diddy. And then lastly, Trick Daddy was attacking her character, her physicality. She never attacked. You can criticize the music or what they promote, but why attack the character or the person? That's not right.
Yeah,
and let me also add this too. Willie D put this so eloquently. He said, back in the day, if you didn't like Lil' Kim, you can listen to Queen Latifah. We had a balance in music. We don't have that balance today. So that's what I think is missing too. I think that's part of the message also.
I've always said it's the issue of promotion. People make good music, people make responsible music, but at the end of the day, the mass media plays the negative stuff. So that's what goes on. So but the BET Awards, we were talking about Brother Walk. We were saying that they've definitely cleaned that up. We did like an episode of like the EBT Awards and stuff like that. They put the edict down about how you dress, how you act. I'm just saying that it was a top flight, performance. I saw, obviously I saw how old I was because a lot of these people I really didn't know about. But that dude, Baby Keem or whatever, I mean, his whole set, I thought that was amazing. Definitely made me want to go investigate.
In concert too.
Yeah, I was like, man, I'm just saying, I was impressed with the whole night. I thought it was amazing what they did with, Sister Lauren. Because again, you listen to the songs that she was talking about, Bldg. She was basically saying the same things that Arie said. Arie wasn't, again, she was asked the question, she answered the question. She even came out saying, look, I'm not attacking the sister. I'm just responding to a question. So at the end of the day, I'm just saying that I thought it was a dope performance over there. Just a dope.
Real quick, did you when Baby King was performing, did you know that Kendrick Lamar was on the stage?
That wasn't him.
My daughter said it was him.
It wasn't him.
Sitting down with the girl?
Yeah. That was like a lookalike. That was to make because he's on that song. Yeah. He's on that song. Okay. They would have went nuts if that was Kendrick Lamar up there. Y'all know he's on that song. But that was
but
it was just a short guy with a hat on. It wasn't him. Okay. But I think that this was Drewski did his thing. Drewski hosted. He incorporated his comedy, his sketches into this. It was a great show. It was a good look. Everything was beautiful, and it wasn't the horror awards like it was last year. Last year it was just everybody just showing that ass. This year it was like people was well dressed and it was kind of cool. And I like the comedy that Drewski put in. I love the white boy, the Cypher. That had me on the floor straight up with the I must say it, but
oh yeah.
That shit was hilarious. Yeah. Salute to Drewski.
Did you see this infamous Pooh? Did you catch it?
No, I just saw a little clips of Drewski, and I saw that trailer for the Joe movie, the spoof trailer.
That's hilarious.
Stand up right now. I gotta give him props. Salute to Drewski, bro.
Yeah, he's doing big things. Afro agnostic. Did you see it?
Yeah, I didn't see it. My philosophy has always been the award shows, the pimps and hoes, and they're the hypocrite that flaunt their clothes. But I'm listening to you now, kind of throwing it together with the Drewski clips that I've seen. I saw that Lauryn Hill perform, so I might want to go back and check it out. But the highlight to me was I think, was it Mike Lane, the racist protest from the MAGA dude.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
After.
Speak on it.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this guy, I guess he has a handle. He's a social media person, He's a January 6er who's still on probation because someone took a photo of him when he was doing his racial protest, showing placards saying that black men are not good fathers or black parents are not good parents or some, a lot of that crazy stuff at this Black BET event, kind of like building off of Chud, kind of race baiting. Yeah. So, and then someone put they took a picture and showed that he had an ankle monitor on. So, you up here talking about how criminal black people are with an ankle monitor.
And they put hands on him. That's the thing about it.
Before 2016, starting with Obama, you didn't have white people coming out like this, being this emboldened. It's MAGA, it's Trump that's emboldening these white people to come out and do this.
I'm a gangsta ass nigga making more than 10 figures. I'm a down ass bitch.
All right, so let's so you know what? Let's briefly because we got to spin that back coming up at 10:30. But let's at least talk about some of this stuff. These Supreme Court decisions came down. They decided on the trans athletes. With the female sports and the birthright citizenship. And as far as I'm concerned, they got both of those things right. So I applaud them for at least accomplishing that. You looking like that, Mr. Afro, but I don't believe in the female sports like that. If a woman that transitions want to come compete with men, I think that's completely fine. But if a man transitions to a woman, physically, I'm saying that you probably shouldn't be competing with females. That's my position. Go ahead. What you got to say, brother Afro? I'm gonna give it to you first.
I'm trying to think. Because you were saying that. You agree with the birthright, the decision they made on that. Okay, I got you. Okay, now as far as the trans thing, as far as that,
Go ahead, Afro.
As far as the trans thing, I think in those 27 states where they upheld the ban. I think in most seasons, the trans athletes that compete on the collegiate level, on average, are 0. And at any given time is less than 1%. So I think it's to kind of get people distracted and majoring in something that's minor and still experimental. I think you need to be open and honest. This is still experimental, but it's not worth the uproar that people think it is. And I think it's just a convenient weakness in the LGBTQIA right in their movement. It's a weak point that they can attack along with the bathroom thing, which is also nonsensical, as if men are going to dress up and put up wigs so that they can rape women. It's just dumb. I don't think, I think it's, a detour to what's really going on. And I think that Black women are going to be impacted the hardest because already they say people are committed to the idea that Michelle is a man. We know that some sisters from East Africa, they were interrogated. There was a sister from a country in North Africa in the Olympics. They accused her of being a man. Our women are often masculinized because they're bigger, as being men. So I think they can
prove that. They can prove that. That's something you can prove real simple.
But they'll end up being, people are going to accuse Black women mostly of being men, even though they're born women. So to me, if it's something that's not impactful, it impacts less than 1% on the collegiate level, even less than the high school level, they're still going through experimental stages. Let's try it out. We see a skewed outcome. Of course, you want to change it, but we don't see that.
You say let's try it out, but if the masses are not okay with this, because this is really like a struggling point for the Democrats. This is literally one of Trump's greatest commercial things, where he basically has the man, competing with a little girl. I'm just telling you, this was a winning argument for them. So that's what I'm saying. That to me, that's why this is not. That's why this would not be the hill to die on. And if you say that it's only 0%, that's even more reason for this to not make this the hill to die on. This is one of those things where you just kind of like I said, at the end of the day, they left it with the states. The people will vote on it, and it'll be what it'll be. But you got something to say about this infamous Pooh?
Yeah, I think we spending too much time on the LGBTQIA community or whatever the hell it is and everything. I just want to see the Epstein files, period.
Well, the bottom line, what do you feel about the birthright citizenship?
They got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got that one right. And notice on all these cases, the VRA, the birthright, even the TPS, temporary status, all of those are attacks on one, LGBTQIE, Mexicans, Latino, Black people, and with the brother with the dreadlocks. So, I mean, look at all these things and what they're targeting. And when you look at the vote, the people that are for it, are Republican. And then yet people say there is no difference. And the people that are against it, if it's progressive, are the Democrats on the Supreme Court. When it's 6-3 and like this thing is. So anyway, multiple points in one.
So that haven't been said. Yeah. So we just addressed it. So at the end of the day, we know that they want, and we know who they are, the right. They basically want it. Look, let's just concentrate all the decision making on just like sort of like white males. You know what I'm saying? That's really been
and
the
notice
strategy.
that most of the states that have done the ban are also red states. Oklahoma, for instance, it was the Republicans that voted against the banning of child marriage. But these are the same people that are, against trans athletes, which make up less than 1% of athletes.
Well, and I will say that that's the reason why they want to conquer and add new territory, but they don't want to give them voting rights. You want Puerto Rico to be an occupied, United States territory, but you don't want to give them statehood. You want to give Canada statehood. You want to give Denmark statehood, but you definitely don't want to give, non-white nations that you take over statehood. So, that's basically what it is. So that having been said, we appreciate you for watching, liking, subscribe, share. That brother was sharing our feed, so we appreciate that. So that having been said, again, at 10:30, we're going to do Spin That Back, and we're going to be talking about old school music things that have been used.
But I got to watch that one. I got to go back and watch it. I'm sorry.
But this is the stuff that it's not just hip hop. A lot of the big arts, all these are the tools, the instruments that have brought us, our great music history. So we're gonna give some. We've been giving props to a lot of the OGs, the players. We're gonna give some props to the equipment, because without the equipment, none of this stuff would be. So that having been said, thank you. Peace out.